Well, I think whether it's University of Virginia or any school, Walter, one of the really great values about attending a college camp of a school that a young player is interested in is, I mean, I can tell you how we run our camps. Everybody runs them differently. That our coaches are there. You know,
Yes.
if you come to one of our camps in the fall, if you we have a camp in January, all of our coaches were there. We had one in December, and every one of our coaches were there for 2 days working with the campers. So it is a great opportunity, no matter what school it is, to get a chance to interact with a college baseball coach of the school you're interested in. And there is terrific value in that. Our campers, when they come visit us, they leave the University of Virginia and they can walk away and tell mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, whoever brought them there, that whether they really like our program or don't. And there's value in that because of how early the recruiting process is to be able to interact with a college coaching staff. You're going to leave after that weekend with a pretty good understanding of if you do end up possessing the skill to play there, whether or not that's the right place for you. So the difference between those two camps is the size of them. Candidly, you know, our Become a Camp Cavalier camp is capped at about 35, 40 players. We put the kids on two teams. They actually dress in our locker room. They actually have one of our lockers, wear our uniforms and things like that. And it's a more of a smaller, more intimate camp versus a larger one, a prospect camp that might be double the amount of campers that are in it. So there's kind of the difference, and then we have camps in the fall and in the winter as well. Have about 12 of them throughout the year, and again, like I said, about 30%, 30 to 40% of our roster every year at some point attended one of our camps. Now it might have been when they were in seventh or eighth grade, and we said, "Boy, that young player, he's got some pretty good skill." And then we saw him 2 or 3 years later and remember that he went to our camp. You know, Walter, I got to tell you, after with being here 20 years, you know what's happened over the last 5 to 8 years is, we have committed players. I've offered a player before, and mom or dad has showed me a picture on their phone and said, "Coach, do you remember this?" Well, this is when Billy was in your youth camp when he was 6 years old, right? And so I'm a firm believer in camps for coaches because you have a chance to make an impact on young people, not only teach the
Bingo.
game, but eventually it can lead to recruiting.